And hello, hello. How are y'all doing here on this Thursday evening? My name is Matt. Joe is on that side of your screen, and we appreciate you for joining us here on our eighth monthly UFC card chat with Matt from the Golden Octagon and Joe from Joe's Card Stash. Joe, let the people know how you've been over the past month, brother.
I've been good. Card stuff's been kind of slowed down. I've been dealing with a bunch of craziness at work. The company I work for is under new management, so everything's been changing around here. I've been trying to figure out if I'm going to have a job. They closed the Ruka gym recently, so no more UFC fighters at work, which is a huge bummer. But yeah, so I've just been dealing with all that, buying here and there. Obviously there's not a lot to rip since product's been kind of on hold. So yeah, just buying singles. I'm trying to put together a PSA order for the end of the month. So it's just buying little stuff for that. I need 20 cards for that, and I think I'm at like 15 or 16. So looking for a few things that I want to get into that. And that's it, man. How about you? How you been?
Yeah, man. Sounds pretty fun. Me, I've been busy over here the past month. As you guys know, I went to two UFC events between August and September. I believe August and September, one of the two. Um, like Nashville and to Vegas, both were super cool. You guys saw the vlog if you were able to see that. I met one of Joe's favorite fighters, got two autographs on cards. So I got two Cheeto autographs. So that was pretty cool. Cheeto was roasted though, but I only expect Cheeto to be roasted when I
Usually,
meet you. But dude, I have had a blast over the past month, and then the past week, up until probably like Monday, I had COVID. So, feeling all good now, all good to go. I did this week's card video last night, so I can edit it after the vlog today or after the chat today and upload it tonight. Joe already knows what I got, but man, I have a crazy video coming out for y'all tomorrow.
it's
But
a
yeah,
good one.
dude, all good over here. I have no complaints about how my life's been going. I'm all better. Just thankful that after you're sick, you're like, man, it just feels good to be healthy.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just begins. Yeah, no complaints over here. So before we get started too much, I'll let you guys know what we are going to talk about today. I guess off the jump, we can talk about this being the last year of Panini UFC, or probably, possibly, we can talk about it. Chronicles, I guess, been keeps getting pushed back. I'm basically struggling to find some kind of videos over here for me to do on a weekly basis, waiting for Chronicles to come out. I'm sure
Keeping
you
you
guys,
on your toes.
yeah, you never know what's coming next. I got three blasters here that I can rip for y'all, just to keep y'all entertained for the day. And lastly, with any time we got left, we got some Q&A. Anything y'all want to ask, or we can just run that pretty much the whole time that we are in here. So with that being said, let's shout out the chat real quick. First one in here, another Golden Stash collab. Keep hearing thoughts on. Keen to hear your thoughts on Panini / Tops going forward. Thanks, fellas. Yeah, and I'm sure that's probably gonna be what we're gonna get into first, man. Raw Dog Collect saying, "Been waiting all day for this. We're live. Let's go."
Nice.
We
Thank you,
appreciate.
man.
Yeah, we appreciate you for stopping by here. We got Austin in here. Let's go. We got Chubalophagus in here. Let's go, indeed. Uh, some of the UFC hobby goats. We appreciate you for stopping by here, Jim, brother. We got Natty Beast Cat. Woot woot. Let's go. We appreciate you for stopping by here. We got the Gobles in here, the Instagram goats, if you will. Two of the YouTube goats in here. We appreciate you, Gobles, for stopping in here. Truly appreciate it. We got Jay Wolf in here. Damn, Joe, I'm sorry about all the changes at work, man. I'll let you reply to him, man.
It's all good. What can you? I'm happy to still have a job. It's just the way these businesses go, but
Yeah.
it is sad. This place was. It's one of those things where once everything changes, you're like, man, I should have appreciated it more when we had it in the way it was. But I'm still going to be in contact with a lot of the fighters, and I'm going to try to hook up with them on the side and still shoot photos and stuff. So hopefully, keep those connections going.
Yeah, man. Your company name may have changed, but your memories, they can't take those away from you, brother. So
Mhm.
just cool times. What's going on, Nate? How you doing, brother? Glad you're able to make it in here. And then we've got NFT starts here. What's going on, guys? Big fan of both of you. We appreciate you for stopping by here to say what's up, man. And the Gobo saying, will we see Immaculate this year? I guess that's a good question. I hope so, because after Chronicles, it's like how much stuff did they really have designed left? Did they have an optic design this year? Do they have Immaculate design this year? Because if not, man, I feel like a few products are maybe going to be kind of worth buying, just for certain people's first autographs and things like that. But hey, who knows? We'll see. UFC Card Fiend, I smile when I see y'all's faces. Happy to catch you. Hell yeah, brother. Glad you're able to make it by here, UFC Card Fiend. And lastly, and then we're all caught up, Joe, we got Yo. What's up, guys, from Benjamin Joe, man.
What's up, Benjamin?
All right. So, Joe, with that being said, without, I guess, saying too much, because I don't know if you have any information that that a person has shared with you that maybe you both wanted, or I'm sorry, kind of reading that. I'm a big fan of both you guys, but that you maybe you didn't want to share too much without getting in, maybe saying too much. But what's your thoughts on this being the last year of possibly being the last year of Panini UFC, man? Just overall thoughts real quick. I guess Panini as a whole, do you think they got a fair shake with the 3 years they had? And then what would you like to see moving forward with whoever gets the license?
Well, as far as what I know, I mean, I'd heard, people just, send me messages and tell me things they've heard and stuff like that. So I haven't heard anything from anybody who actually works there or anything like that. But some people had told me that they talked to some people at Panini, and Panini had shut down, the UFC department basically because they knew they were losing the license. I had heard actually like rumors before that they were supposed to lose the license in 2024 before all this crazy fanatic stuff had happened and all that stuff. So I kind of had a feeling it was coming to an end. I knew Fanatics and Topps, the guy who runs Fanatics, said he wanted UFC, Michael Rubin. And I mean, if that dude says it, he's like one of the most powerful guys in sports. So I figured it was going to go that way. And I mean, I enjoyed Panini while they had it. Obviously, it's when I started collecting, and I definitely love Prism. I love Select. When I first heard the news and heard it was like, looking pretty certain that Topps was going to get the license back, I got really excited just because lately I've been really into, I've been looking back and going towards Topps cards just because, the Panini stuff in general tends to be a little overprinted. I mean, you can get so overwhelmed with how many parallels and different, especially last year, you had Optic, Immaculate, Select, the 4 or 5 levels of Select, Prism, all the different variations, stuff like that. And as I've been collecting, I've just been wanting more simplicity. You look back at Topps Chrome, or like Sean O'Malley's rookie. He's got like 4 rookie cards. He had Museum and he had Chrome and a couple autos, and it was just simpler. And I've been yearning for that. So I guess sorry, this is long-winded, but I guess
Hey, man.
I have a lot of thoughts on this. But when I first heard that this was happening, I was like, cool, we're gonna get that old Topps, what I've been enjoying going back to. But then when I really started to think about it, Topps now is not what Topps was in 2018. They went through the pandemic just like Panini did, and they saw how much money they could make if they print a ton of shit. So if you look at Topps baseball, there's a ton of stuff that they didn't print, prior to the pandemic. They've opened up the printing presses as well. So they have a lot of the same problems and things that Panini has. They make way too many parallels, way too many sets. They have quality control issues just like Panini does. So I don't know that it's going to be a ton better. I mean, I do hope that I think Topps was way more creative with things. Like they made cooler kind of relics and they had some cool ideas. I hope those people still work there, and they use photography way better. And I hope that's kind of comes back. That's my hope with the positive side of things. But I do think, I know Chris over at Mace is super excited to have Topps Chrome back, but Topps Chrome now might not be the same as what Topps Chrome used to be. So I'm a little weary, but we'll see. But To answer your question, I did enjoy while Panini had it, but I'm excited to see what's next. One thing I am worried about, though, is I don't know how quick they're going to be ready to ramp up things. So there may be a big space where we don't have cards for a while. I'm a little worried about that.
Yeah, that's kind of one of my fears is like if they just kind of stop at the end of the year, how ready is the next person going to be ready to go? Things
Yeah.
like that. One thing that I did personally like with like Panini was, I guess, their promotion of the product. Like I didn't even know UFC cards existed just until I was just on YouTube one day and I found Chris's channel. Like like it was kind of like I had never even knew that they existed. But then when like Panini had the license, at like every pay-per-view, like Panini UFC cards, like this upcoming month or some shit like that. So it was like they, I guess they promoted it just a little bit more. So I guess I'm glad that it kind of got more eyes on the hobby as a whole. So I don't have anything terrible to say about the way that I think Panini promoted stuff, and I hope that going forward, whoever has the license can also, just kind of remember that there's like always kind of new people trying to get in the hobby, and like they don't always know that things exist. So I think that's one thing that I think Topps doesn't have the best, I guess, promotion, if you
Well,
will.
this is one thing. What you're exactly saying is what Fanatics said when they bought Topps was what they were going to change. Fanatics has always been amazing at getting athletes to promote their products. So when Michael Rubin bought Topps, he said Topps going to be different now. Like you're going to see commercials on baseball games talking about Topps. So that is one thing I think they might be even better than Panini at. Because I kind of disagree with you. I felt like Panini didn't promote at all. Like I barely saw
Really?
anything from
I
Panini.
I mean, but from like before
Yeah,
to like there was nothing. Like you never heard like I mean
yeah,
from 2009 to 2021, no one would know that there was UFC cards without you going to look for UFC
for
cards.
sure.
But 2021 hit and Panini Prism brand new UFC cards. Everyone's like, "Hey, like what the hell? Like I didn't know." And like that's when a lot of people came in was around the 2021 time frame.
Yeah, no, and I mean that's a big thing that Fanatics said when they bought this was like the sports card hobby is worth a fortune already, and it has no promotion or publicity. They're like, even back when I was a kid in the '80s, baseball cards were huge. There was never any commercials for them or anything. Like
Yeah.
you just knew about them because your buddies collected them and stuff like that. So if they really, especially in UFC, because I think UFC compared to all the other sports, you know, I know so many people that love the UFC and have zero idea that cards exist for it. Whereas, baseball, basketball, all that stuff, I think they're pretty well known that they are around. So I think if they can tap into that, if they could literally get like dudes, at like the Vegas event you went to, imagine if Topps is there and they have Justin Gaethje sitting there just signing his Topps card, that would be all these people at that event would be like, whoa, there's UFC cards, like something like that would be incredible.
Or like imagine like the instance. Like what
Mhm.
if like Panini would have been like at every event, like with like
Yeah.
the instance live right there, like where you could have bought them like in hand, like with like an autograph on it. Like they're just missing huge markets like that. Like like cool things like that. Like and it's like you could only get it there. So it's like that market would like explode because like on card autos right there in person.
Yeah. That'd be huge.
Yeah,
That's
I
a good
just
idea. Well,
yeah.
they just need to hire us so we can get these ideas going.
Yeah, exactly. Joshua Lopez saying love the Don Fry stash.
My dad.
And then Nick R saying, "Can you get me a design job with RVCA,
You, you,
please?"
you don't want to work at Ruka right now. You're lucky if you're not getting cut right now.
Is it bad that I miss Prism and Select? Top has been the best in my opinion, though. Everyone's got their own opinion.
Mhm.
Love Top's photography was much better. I agree on the too many parallels with Prism, and you guys will base like I don't want to say too much about tomorrow's video, but that's kind of what I have to say. It's just so many parallels, and it's like they're kind of forcing you to spend like hundreds and hundreds of dollars every single time just to get just a few cards for the most part. But you guys will see that tomorrow when it comes out. Tops of baseball sets coming out with duplicate 1-of-1s. Yeah,
I was
Joe,
going to
I'll
talk
let
about
you
that too.
explain that real quick. Yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah,
man.
you know, everyone always talks, and this kind of bummed me out for a while, that everybody would, you know, whenever they got a card with a ding or a scratch, that, oh, I got panini'd and stuff. And like, I pay attention to all different sports and cards, and Topps makes just as many problems and quality control issues as Panini does. And recently with their baseball product, they have superfractors coming out, and 2 breakers are pulling the exact same 1-of-1 card, which means not a 1-of-1, there's 2 of them. So, I mean, that's an incredibly big mistake. I mean, you know, imagine with UFC cards, you pull a Bo Nickel rookie 1-of-1, you think it's worth 15 grand, and then some other dude 2 weeks later pulls it and shows you, and you're just like, they can't make that mistake. That's a big problem. So hopefully they can fix that type of stuff. But
Dude, aren't they printed on like a sheet? So
yeah,
it's like they would have had to printed the same one twice. That means there's probably not not another one. Yeah, I don't. That's so crazy to me, dude.
yeah, it's a big problem. And you know, I mean, they are, you know, obviously they're kind of new to this with the new company that bought them, so hopefully they can figure that type of stuff out. But yeah, that's just a mistake that they can't make. But you know, but that always did bother me. Everyone was always like, Panini, you know, you got Panini'd, and I'm just like, nah, it's a matter of the fact is, these people all started just really printing a lot during COVID because there was so much demand. And if you print that much, you're going to have mistakes. You're going to have printing problems. You're going to have dings, off-centered, miscuts, and all that stuff. It's way easier when you're printing much less to keep the quality control good.
Totally agree, man. NFT starts here saying Topps actually had fight specific relics. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A few Panini cards did, but they were like, you know, from like X event.
Immaculate did, I think.
Yeah.
They did a great job with Immaculate. That was probably the best.
Like, especially 2022.
Yeah.
2022 was no complaints. No, but I actually got treated well from that.
You've been treated well with everything, man.
Yeah. I mean, well, I buy enough of it. Like I
Yeah.
can't be I can't continuously just get dumped on over and over.
Mhm.
From Raining. What's going on? How you doing, Raining? And then we've got Jim Card Collecting. I'm going to miss Panini. Panini's rookie cards should hold good value, but non-rookie cards, on the other hand, probably not. Yeah, if it's not like John Jones, Connor, could be, you know, huge fighters, you're probably not going to hold too terribly much value if it's not like a super low number card. NFT starts here asking, big question. With all of this happening, Panini and Topps, do you think the value of these Panini cards will increase short term and long term?
That's a good question. I mean, I mean, I guess I was around when Panini came out, and Topps cards held value. You know, I mean, Topps has been around for 50 years. So the Panini stuff, I don't know. I feel like, especially people like us who started collecting, are always going to want versions of it. So I think they should. I mean, yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, my fear with Panini cards is not, you know, people not liking Prism or something. It's just the fact that, you know, let's say you do want a Shavkat rookie. You look on eBay, there's a, you know, 150 of them for sale at any point. It's just they printed so many of them. So that's what makes value go down, is the fact that they printed so much.
Yeah. It's just going to be like the certain ones that you have to look at it like this. I guess they allow people to get cards that can't afford the best card, but at the same time, that best card is still expensive as shit, and we can't afford it still. So you know, it just is what it is.
The super short printed stuff will always be good, you know. So I think Panini cards should be fine. I mean, it's more like companies like Leaf and stuff. Those are the ones that's like, oh, are those going to hold value? You know, like because they're really on the outside, and I know some people like them, but a lot of people don't. So,
dude, the price of just a box, I was actually looking because I was like, what can I do for this upcoming like week's video? Dude, a box of Leaf is like $3 grand. It's
really?
so much money. It's so much money, dude. It's like, dude, no chance. So now I know why all the Leaf stuff like on eBay is like $800-900 for like Sean O'Malley autograph.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching UFC since '93 and only found about cards a couple years ago. And I think that was the majority of people's issues. Like they just didn't know about it until like a person had to tell them, "Hey, there's UFC cards." UFC cards terribly promoted. Pretty much, I would think Panini have promoted during events. I guess they did, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just seen it, because I was looking out for it. Uh, uh, RVCA should partner with Tops UFC. Yeah.
That'd be nice, but yeah, the people that bought Ruka are very anti-combat sports, so I think we're really moving away from it. So I don't think we'll be doing that. I'm trying to keep them like I'd love for them to keep like Jalen Turner as an advocate for our brand, but it's a tough sell right now. They're not the people that bought us are not big UFC fans. The problem.
Got you. KO card saying excited for the change, not because I hate Prism, though I didn't experience Topps era. Yeah, I was around like the end of 2019, all of 2020, and then I experienced the change to Panini, which was a big change. But here, here was my issue. It's like Topps hobby boxes went from being $60 when they first came out. $60 was how much everything was. And then so I got flagship for $60, which was a terrible product. And then we got striking signatures, which I pre-ordered. Like let you mind. I'm like, oh, this new hobby product. I opened the box and it's just a one card inside, and I was just so upset. I was like, damn, like I got,
Well,
I got,
that's also two of the worst products Panini or Topps ever made. Like if you
yeah,
came in 2019 and got Topps Chrome, that product was incredible. On card autos, and I mean that would have been where to start. You would have been pretty
yeah,
pleased with that. But 2020 flagship, even that is pretty gross. Honestly, I don't like those cards at
yeah,
all.
yeah. So I came in right at the end and then got the cheapest product, but were also terrible products too. So I was like, man, I'm glad I get something else. But then seeing the immediate like $1,300 price tag, I'm like, how am I going to afford this? Like I went from buying like two or three like a week to now I have to save a few months to get one hobby box. Like it was a big change. So I'm for sure excited to see just what happens next. Like what's the new price tag, and all that. Don Russ, matte patches are from specific events. Hey, well, that's cool. Just because you can't keep getting dumped when you rip doesn't mean we all don't get dumped on. Appreciate you answer questions. No problem, man. No problem. That's why we do this, because we know there's always new people coming in here. Everyone's got some questions, and we like to talk some UFC cards. For the limited 3-year Panini production, I think it has very good upside for the foreseeable 10+ years. Nostalgia kicks in. Hello UFC, Panini Renaissance always happens for the most part, and just Prism just looks so nice. Like I don't think anyone like can be like that's an ugly card. You're like, it looks good.
I know as a nostalgia thing, anytime I see 21 Prism, I instantly, because that's like the first box I bought, and that's gonna have a place in my heart forever. That's just, I think that is true. I think the one that's hard to know with the value is the people that come in, let's say 2 years from now, and they weren't a part of the Prism and Panini time, if they think the Panini cards are cool or not. That's what I don't know.
Maybe. You guys seeing the big issue with Leaf a bit ago. Sold a forged RE Lemon Auto Pop Century product. I have no idea what that is, Joe. Joe, can you explain to me what that is?
Pop Century is like they have autographs from celebrities and stuff like that. It's like, you can get a Taylor Swift and, autos from all different types of people. I don't know who Ari Lemon is, maybe an actor or something like that. But I know they have had trouble with forged signatures. But I mean, so is sports, that they've had, they used to think Luka Doncic's mother signed all his cards. Stuff like that. So, you got to just kind of hope these things are verified, but, who knows? But yeah, I've never bought a Leaf card. I know Cardfather has a whole bunch of old Leaf cards that he likes a lot, and a few other guys. But yeah, I've never really messed around with Leaf.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I got lucky and found UFC packs in Hastings back in 2009,
Ooh.
dude. Wait, that was the first year that they came out. So whether it was round one, round two, you're in good luck, brother. Immaculate is one of my favorite sets. Clean cards, but expensive cards. Some sets, some I sent some sets away to PSA. Hopefully not immaculate because those are really hard to grade. Am I right,
Yeah.
Joe?
Yeah, just because they're thick. But I mean, I've seen people get good grades, so maybe good luck.
Yeah. Nate Brown saying only prism I'm collecting is Brian Battle rookies. Can't wait for his rookie auto. Well,
Did he not?
hopefully.
He hasn't signed
I
anything yet.
I don't think so. And
Oh,
if he doesn't, and if he don't have one by the end of the year, dude, then
he may
he might
not.
not.
Yeah.
He might not have one. I love all different cards from other companies, some cooler than others. And that's how I feel. Everyone has their own cup of tea. Some sets are good, some sets are bad. I just hope that there are UFC cards in the upcoming years for the most part. So Joe, we are all caught up, brother. Let me see what else we got on here. UFC Chronicles, what's your thoughts on it keep getting pushed back? Do you think all the shit going on has anything to do with it, or is this just Panini, pushing stuff back because that's what happens?
Yeah, that was my thought originally when I heard it got pushed back. I was like, "Oh shit, it has to do with all this legal battles," because they're having legal battles with football too, and the same thing's happening with football products. They keep pushing them. Who knows? I mean, they got a ton of bad stuff happening there right now. So hopefully it comes out when they say October 11th. I'd love to open it. I've never been a huge fan of Chronicles, but I'm just excited to open something else. This is probably going to be one of the few hobby boxes I can get this year, just because I'm trying to like keep costs down as we get into Christmas, because I'm spending too much money. So I hope it comes out soon because I want to try to open it, and I'm kind of excited to see the Kaboom Chase. I would like to see if I might be able to get one. I haven't pulled really anything big, maybe one or two big cards this year, but it'd be nice to pull a monster.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to see the Kaboom checklist. Like, who's on the Kaboom checklist, and if I don't see like some certain names that I like, maybe I might go back to venture to buy one of the ones from last year. But man, the ones from last year, just those packs for 2 cards, it was like,
I
like
hated that they sold them as packs. Those are supposed to be a chase, and it's like you could just buy a pack. Or well, you couldn't. I mean, you had to buy the membership and all that stuff. But
yeah,
I don't know. That has to be like, that's such a cool card to like pull in a pack. It's like just buying a pack of them was cheap. Like, I didn't like that at all. Like, even when I see people selling them and stuff, I'm like, that was cheating, man. You just bought a pack.
but yeah, I found a 2000. I'm gonna say 2012 Topps Finest and 2011 Topps Finest, but too scared to open them. Yeah,
Ooh,
I don't
dude,
know what those are.
I love both those sets. Those are beautiful cards.
Yeah, if Topps saw Prism Hobby Box sell them for 250 300, I'm expecting a price increase. I hope not. I hope the price is around 150 to 200 a hobby box when it comes out. Like, respect the price of what it was before y'all lost the license a few years ago.
They sell baseball now, and I believe if you get it on their pre-sale, it usually is around 150 for a Topps Chrome hobby box. But they also have mega boxes, which I think are more expensive. That's where I
Wait,
expect it to be.
also more expensive like than a
Oh
hobby
no,
box?
no, not mega. They're called jumbo hobby boxes or something like
Oh
that. They're like
wow.
they're bigger of some sort. I don't
I'm
actually
sure they
buy.
got like exclusive parallels,
Yeah,
doing exactly what we hated that Vanini did.
exactly. But I'm expecting it to be. I think the hobby boxes will probably be around 150 to 200, which I'm fine with. That's where everything is now, and I think that's where it should be. It's kind of a nice spot. I mean, like you said, when we first came in this, we were spending $800-900 on a box of cards, which is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm kind of glad everything's settled down, because I don't have that type of money.
Dude, the $1,000 box, I just cannot believe. Like, I even convinced myself that was even feasible, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Jay Wolf saying Kaboom and Crunch Time will be missed. I agree, brother. I need myself Mary Velismus this year. How you doing, Daniel Vasquez? Glad you're able to make it by here. Say what's up, brother. I got a 2012 Tito Ortiz Finest Jumbo Matte Relic UFC 140. he actually lost that fight. Come on. I mean, Tito Ortiz probably lost a lot of fights. So. That's like Joe's favorite fighter that he took a picture of, you know.
I can't. I every interaction I've had with Tito Ortiz, which has actually been a lot, he's been just the biggest asshole you've ever encountered.
It's funny, dude.
Hopefully he's not knocking at the door in a minute.
Topps also has 3 jumbo autos
that's pretty cool.
Comes with 3 autos. That's pretty cool. What's y'all's favorite UFC Topps product? Mine is 2017 debut Chrome. I'm sure Joe's just always said it a ton. Joe's favorite product is Chrome. Personally, I'm a big fan of the museum collection. If I was able to get a box that wasn't already weighed and have a chance to hit the frame card, I would love to hit a frame card. But buying single boxes, like, what can you do? You know,
that is kind of tough with Topps, just because a lot of their relics are pretty heavy. They put all kinds of cool shit in their relics, and it has to be able to be felt, I imagine. I've never looked into it. I mean, I know Blowout and Steel City sell them, and hopefully they're on the up and up. I know what's his name, Chicken 101, he buys a lot of museum boxes and opens them on his channel, and seems to pull good shit. So maybe sometime you should grab one. I think the 2018 the O'Malley year, it's not that expensive for museum. I think it's
like $500.
Oh, is it 5? Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
that went up.
2019 is like $250. 2019 is rather cheap, but
yeah.
2018 is pretty expensive because that's Izzy rookie year.
Oh,
that's Usman rookie year. That's Sean O'Malley rookie year.
Yeah,
like that's
O'Malley has on-card autos in that too.
Yeah. That's the expensive one. Joe, you got anything else for Chronicles? Or are you just excited? Maybe, hopefully, get a kaboom this year on October 11th when it comes out. How many weeks away is that? 2 weeks now?
Yeah, it's getting close, like 12 days,
something
like that.
Yeah, so not this upcoming Friday, or I guess not this upcoming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. So I will only have to find something to open next week, and then the following week I'll have at least 1 box of Chronicles here to open for you guys. So cool. All right. With that being said, Joe, I got some blasters here. If you don't mind, I'll swap my camera around. I got 3 blasters here. I'll let you guys see what we can get. I'll see maybe if I can go big on myself on one of them, and then there we go. That way I can get Joe's reaction. There we go. Like Joe's opening the cards. Let me get this switched around here. I believe, there we go. Cool beans. There we go. Let me get that out of the way. Put my phone down. My microphone switched around. Fun fact. The same Target that I got these 3 from was the same Target that my girlfriend went to for last week's video when I went live and just ripped some blasters and didn't get anything out of them. So 3 of them didn't get anything. So maybe we'll get something out of these 3, and you guys will get to see a live video of Joe being upset when I get something cool.
I'm just upset you get to open cards.
It's all right, Joe. If you want, I'll be happy to send you all these base cards.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
If I get any Cheetos, Joe, I will send it to you, brother.
Nice, man. I'll always take that.
So we do have 3 blasters here.
Oh, to answer here while you're opening, I'll answer some of these questions.
All right, cool.
All right, but I got to lean forward because I can't read.
All right.
Raw Dog, just to answer your question, I like 2018 Chrome. That's my favorite. I love the photos and the design of those cards. Naughty says Lightning Lee Murray knocked his ass out. Yep, he did. Z Shadow says it's nice to know that Tito acting like a total jerk wasn't fake. Now I can feel good about him being the most disliked fighter. Yeah, no, I mean, I could give you stories. A jerk is an understatement. And I'll let Matt get to the cards.
All right. So up first, let me make sure my mic here. We got Tracy Cortez up first. We got Bryce Mitchell, Thug Nasty. Oh, Octagon side for the Lioness. not focusing for me, but Amanda Nunes, and then another orange flash for Tracy Cortez. Not bad, not bad. And then here we go. Starting off with a raw dog Brandon Royval fighting Pantoja next for the title.
Yeah.
Action Man, Chris
Who you
Kerr.
got in that one?
I do love me some Brandon Royval, but Alexandre Pantoja has already kind of showed that, dude, he just kind of walks forward and it's like, fuck you, I don't care. And
Yeah.
he just kind of mashes people. Karina Silva. No, is that gold?
Come on.
Dude. 1 out of 10.
Wow.
T-City. Brian Ortega.
I like T-City.
Dude, that's what's up. Nice.
He was actually
what an awful picture of him, though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He was at an
not
event that we had at work recently. I didn't get to talk to him, but he seems like a cool guy.
Dude, hell yeah. That's dope.
Dude, you are running so good right now.
1 of 10 on
You need to go buy a lottery ticket. We'll go buy a Powerball ticket too, man.
Dude, I should, right? All right, here we go. Starting off with Jack Della Maddalena. Kamzat Boris Chimaev. You guys will see him in a video tomorrow. Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya, and silver. Caitlin, I still don't know how to say her last name. Chukagian. Yeah. Here we go. Dude, I can't be up. Gold flash, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I was just about to talk about how the oranges look so much like gold, but you could tell that one was gold right away.
Amanda Nunes. We got dude, I still love the mezzanines like this year. They're so dope. David Dvorak, mezzanine, and orange flash for Thug Nasty. Dude, the Bible that he held up, dude, I could not. Dude, I was like kind of like laughing because it's like, people are kind of making fun of him, but at the same time, dude, he's just doing what he believes in, man.
Yeah.
Muhammad Makayev, Drew Dober, Mario Bautista, and Silver Flash for Marab.
Dude.
Dude, and then the video that he made, like the Sean O'Malley, dude, was so funny, dude. It's like, I just kind of feel bad for him. Like, I don't know if he doesn't know that Sean O'Malley's trolling him.
Oh, I didn't see that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you should go back and check that out. Right. Justin Gaethje, Martin Buday, Jailton Almeida, and Silver Abubakar Nurmagomedov. Go into the next one real quick. Are there any more questions? Let's see. First could be just read. First it could be, dude, the Select Blasters last year, about time they treat me good this year, dude, because last year, dude, I opened probably like 25, and then the best card I got was a gold Alex Morono, and I got like 1 autograph all year. So
I think with those mezzanine cards, you can get tie-dyes in these too, which, I mean, they're just the Blasters is the best thing Panini, the Select Blasters is the best thing Panini ever did for retail, because, I mean, all the other retail shit is just garbage.
Yeah, for the most part. Kevin Holland, Ignacio Bahamundes, Santiago Ponzinibbio, and Jennifer Maya. I heard the back of the Optic Blasters say that you can get something good, dude. I'm still wondering, can you get a 1-of-1 from an Optic Blaster, dude?
I think so.
Roman,
what are the Optic 1-of-1s? They're they're like that checkerboard pattern. I forget what it's called.
The gold vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gold vinyls are also super dope. But, dude, I couldn't imagine opening up a blaster and getting a gold vinyl. I'd probably shit my pants. Mahashate, Iwan Kutalaba, Aljamain Sterling, and the Monkey King, Jordan Levitt. He'll shake his ass for you.
Yep. Dude, he's on your wall.
Yeah, he is indeed, dude. Dude, I'm so upset that there's no fights this weekend, dude. Kind of bums me out, I don't want to watch Bellator. Dustin Poirier, Irina Aldana, Brian Battle.
There you go.
Here, what's the one dude? I believe it's, what's his name in here? Nate, I think. And the Leech, Damon Jackson, or Action Jackson. Looks like like the first one may have been the good one because I'm not seeing anything else in here. Juliana Rosa, Holly Holm. There's our Blaster exclusive Myra Bueno Silva, Chitara, as Juliana Pena called her. And then we're off the last pack. Question for both gents. Would you rather have a first sticker auto or second year on card auto of a big fighter, Joe?
With autos, I think I'd rather have the on card. I do like to have rookie cards for everybody, but first auto is not as big of a deal for me.
Okay, fair enough. So you would rather have on card second year than rookie auto first year.
So my goal with my PC, like with all the fighters I really like, I want to have the one version of the rookie card, and then I do want to have an auto, and then the auto, it doesn't matter what year it is, I just try to find one that I think is a cool photo, and if it can be on card, I like that too. But I don't really care about sticker autos. They don't bother me. Oh man.
You see that?
Yeah, that one got
me. Dude, that's rough. What happened? Oh man.
Damn, it's like melted.
I know, dude. Oh no. Hopefully there's nothing too crazy in this pack, right, y'all?
There's a 1 of 1 in there.
Right? It's like Dustin Poirier, like 1 of 1 in the back.
Wow. I've never seen anything like that. That's incredible.
Dude, all of that is just, everything's just beat to death in here, dude. Dustin Poirier silver snapshot. Yeah, those are going probably just straight to the garbage, dude. I'm not even gonna try to save those. Those are pretty
get them graded.
Sorry. Yeah, dude. Graded straight from Panini. Alexander Volkov. We've got Alex Morono, Jake Matthew. Oh, my stack fell over here.
All right, come on. We need one more big hit. Let's go.
Right, Jake Matthews and Andre Petrovsky. We've got a few packs. Hopefully, this destroyed ass box can, produce something decent out of here.
Let's see.
It wasn't out of the destroyed pack. I got Anthony Smith to sign one of those cards. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Silver. David Dvorak. That's bent too. Dominic Reyes and new of Matt Serra, dude. I didn't even know that card was in here.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't know that
either. All right. Let's see here. Tony Ferguson, Marina Rodriguez, Javid Bashara, and silver for Tim Elliott. I think he's fighting Muhammad Makayev next.
Yeah, he's probably in for a long night.
Yeah. Most likely, dude. Most likely. And then we've got Stipe Miocic, Max Blessed Holloway, Derek Brunson, and Mongamon silver. Cyril Gahn. Yeah, dude. Last pack, dude. I'm not sure if dude, this one pack got dust everywhere, dude.
Oh man.
Play mat is all dusty now. I think
Patty's got some dandruff.
Right, dude. We should have the mezzanine in here.
I think so. Do you get one per box?
I thought so. Michelle Pereira, Brock Lesnar, Max Griffin, and I guess not the ass shaker, Jordan Levitt, Monkey King, dude. Yeah, Jim. Well, I guess that's it for the rip. We did get a T-City gold going to the PC. You guys pretty stoked about that. That's the best Brian Ortega card that I've ever gotten, believe it or not. All right, Joe, I'm going to full screen you. Get my other camera back on if you want to talk to the people.
Right on. I think what are we going to do at the end? Just a couple more Q&A?
Yeah, Q&A. Yeah, go ahead, man. Where am I at?
I don't even know where we went back up to. Bad job, Heat Sealer. Yeah, for real. Where's the last one? Oh, we got a lot to go through. All right. I can't pull it up on the screen because I don't have.
It's all right, man. I'm back here. I got us.
I think if you go up to Ozzy, he's talking about he has $6,000 in Colby cards. Damn. Good investment, or are you too ballsy? I don't know. I think he's got a pretty decent chance of winning. If he wins, you're going to be in good shape.
Trying to find where this is at, Joe.
Aussie at 5:33 p.m.
Oh, okay. I'm like looking for. I'm like, wait a minute. I say it's 8, but I guess that.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Here we go. Got like 6K in Colby cards right now. Good investment, or am I too ballsy? Yeah, dude, it's going to be a good fight. I think with UFC, it's risky either way. And if he wins, are you willing to sell your cards, man? Because I mean, personally, the fighters that I buy, it's like I don't buy a fighter, I guess, if I don't like them enough to like, it's like it's hard for me to buy a fighter just as because I think that maybe one day he'll be a champion and I can sell it. Because if I buy a fighter early enough, then I have to care enough, and then I get invested, and then I become a collector, and then I don't want to sell the cards. It's personally tough for me, Joe. How about you, man?
I've done it a couple times, and it's funny because I was looking at Sean O'Malley and Sean Strickland, both fighters I'm not super huge fans of, but both of those guys are probably the biggest jumps I've seen in card value after a win. And I was just kind of thinking about why, and it had to do with a couple things. It was for a title. They both became champ. They were both popular even without it, and they were both underdogs. And I think when that happens, you're going to see a huge jump in card prices because not no one, but a lot of people didn't think either of those guys would win. And when they win, and they're huge personalities, so people just rushed out to buy their cards. And Colby has that same thing. So when I was thinking about it, I was like, man, if I was going to buy a fighter that I don't really like right now as an investment, it would be Colby Covington, because if he wins, I think his cards will jump pretty hard. But I just don't do that either. I'm not really trying to invest in people. And honestly, for the most part, when the cards jump up after they win the title or whatever, they go back down after a while once the hype wears out. And, that's just how it is. So with UFC cards, for me, it's just more just buying stuff I like. And I do sell stuff that I pull just because, that helps fund the rest of the stuff I do. And I also like grading stuff, and I'll sell that too, just to make a little bit of money here and there. But for the most part, I'm not investing in guys hoping they become champ, because I think that's kind of hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you, man. Matt, have you finally sent any cards for grading yet? I'm still trying to decide PSA, SGC, BGS. Thoughts, fellas? Yeah. Currently at PSA right now. Joe, how long does it usually stay in the review and ID stage? Because it's been there probably like this whole week, man.
It all depends. They tend to, sometimes they'll rush through different parts and then, stall out at, I forget what's Q&A or something like that, whatever the last two are. It all depends. Usually it takes about a month and a half to get them back if you did them at the slower level.
So from when they get them like received, or when they start actually putting into the process?
I think most of the ones, it's like when I mail it out, when I mail it out to when I get it back is usually anywhere from a month and a half to 2 months. But I think you actually did a little bit of a faster one than I usually do. I usually do the
I did
where you have to do.
I did, but it was like the cheapest one, like that you didn't have to have like a membership for. Yeah. So it was like still like $25 a card, and I sent 20 cards, so I expect it to take a little bit. It was like $500. So I'm just hoping that I get maybe like a few 10s. If I get a few 10s, I would like to gift one to Chris, because I sent a lot of Valentina Shevchenko. So if like I can get like a gold 10 back, like a few, I would like to gift him one just for being the man, helping me get started. But
that would be sick. I tend to think, I always consider it a win with grading is if you get 30 to 45% 10s. That's always great. And then anything above that is amazing. My last two have actually been really good. I've been over 50%.
Great.
But you never know. It's so dependent on, like I always say, it all depends. If your grader got laid last night, you'll you'll do good. But if the dude's in a bad mood, you get 6 7s.
Dude, I would cry if any of those got a 7, dude. I'm like, what the hell? And what's your thoughts? PSA, SGC, or BGS, Joe? Personally, I've only sent PSA just because I know if I ever try to sell it, everyone's going to want it to be PSA. That's why I grade PSA.
Yeah, I've used them all. I like PSA the best. They sell the best. I like how they look the best. SGC actually is really nice to deal with as far as the way that you submit and how quickly you get stuff back. I just don't like how the slabs look. I don't like that black background. So personally, I don't use them. And BGS is just a mess. That company is in disarray. Like somebody just showed me they sent like big cards. It was like a 1/1 Justin Gaethje throwback auto, and they mislabeled the label. So he has to, I mean, stuff like that. You're just like, dude, what are you guys doing? And they're terrible. Their website's awful. They don't give you good updates when your cards are coming back, and I'm just not a fan. And then somebody mentioned tag grading. I really like tag grading. That's the new one on the block. They're doing really amazing stuff, but not enough people know about them yet, so they don't hold much value. So you got to kind of wait. With grading, they just got to put in time. You got to build up a reputation. But I like their slabs a lot. That's the only other I'd probably go with in the future is either PSA or them.
Gotcha. And then Jim Card collects saying, love when you guys stream together. We
Thanks,
appreciate you for stopping by to watch us, brother. PSA is king. Tag slabs look great, as you just said, Joe. Hey, Matt, I liked your video going over UFC trips. Can you please do a trip to a UFC Apex event and do a video there? Nate, I was looking at it, man, but for one ticket to the Apex, it's $1,750 for one ticket. It doesn't matter the event. So if you just look on the UFC website right now, click tickets and then go to the Apex like events, it's like, these like red carpet VIP, but it's like $1,750 for one person. So I obviously have me and my girlfriend. So it'd be like close to like $4,000 just to go to the UFC event at the Apex. And usually the Apex events aren't good anyway. So maybe one day, Nate, if I can figure out some way to, maybe if I can get paid from like YouTube, I can finally start going. But right now, dude, in the past 28 days from YouTube, I've made a total of $64.63. So unfortunately,
that's like 4 times what I make. So you're doing good.
So unfortunately, Nate, the YouTube income that I have just doesn't equal me being able to afford one of those Apex tickets, man. Maybe one day though. Pulled a Tiger Print rookie card from Blaster last weekend. Dude, I've seen a lot of people, people's favorite thing to do is still send me a picture of their card and be like, hey, I can't find this anywhere. Can you help me? And I'm like, hey man, if you can't find it, I've made the video on how I would find it. So if you can't find it with those exact same steps, how would I tell you what your card's worth, man? It's just like, it's like, I don't have any secret knowledge. It's so hard, dude. It's like, let me go to my secret knowledge book that I have. Yeah, that's worth exactly this much money, I just don't know what I can say for the most part. All right. I'm guessing this is where. Oh yeah, that's where I was at the gold. Greg pulled a tie-dye from a blaster. The lowest I got in a blaster was blue Brandon Moreno auto.
I didn't even know they had blue autos.
Yeah, me either. Question for both of you. Okay, we did that earlier. Brian's my favorite rookie. I see him getting a top 10 at one point. He is massive for 170. I'm all about on-card auto myself. Everyone's saying on-card. I think he had the same taste in cards as Joe.
Nice.
Yeah, the heat sealed on the one. I'm glad a gold wasn't in the pack that was all messed up.
I will real quick, one thing about on-card autos, and this is one because I grade pretty much anything in my PC I get graded, and on-card autos tend to grade worse because they were held by the person, and a lot of times they'll ding the corners and stuff like that. So that is one thing. Like I said, doesn't really bother me about sticker autos. I mean, I do like the idea that the person held the card, but a lot of times, they bang it up pretty good too.
Yeah. If Panini disappears, what brand of Panini and year will have the most value in future, Joe?
2021 Prism debut, I think, is always going to be the one. I mean, there's a lot of good rookies in there, and it's just, anything there's a debut. I think Topps Chrome is the same way as 2017 is the most expensive. I think it's just the first is usually the way to go.
Fair enough. Steve, got any chance of beating Jones? Absolutely not, in my opinion. Joe, what do you think?
It's funny because I've been watching a bunch of old fights, and I was watching Stipe in his prime, and I was kind of getting myself, hopeful, but I kind of, when I picture it in my head, I kind of seeing it very similar to you, like, especially because you just with Stipe, you never know because you never see him train. He's you don't know what's going to come out.
Out fighting fires, and
yeah,
I just saw John Jones run through Cyril Gahn, dude.
Yeah,
like it was nothing, man. It's like, and dude, we haven't seen many people shoot on Stipe, and so it's just like I just see John just making it look easy. But that's personally just me. Change my mind. The Voices of the Octagon and Authority of the Octagon should have had rookie patches. That would be pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Ozzy is all in on Colby. A kind of interesting question. How big do you think Khamzat's prices crash?
I was thinking about that.
At the Costa.
I'm actually selling a couple of Khamzat cards before that fight for that very reason. I think he should beat Costa, but I feel like a lot of the hype is going to be let out if he gets beat by Costa. I don't think it happens, but you just never know. So I'm definitely selling the cards I'm selling before. I have Khamzat's in my PC that I'll hold on to probably forever, just because he was such a chase in the early days. No matter what happens, I just think he's a pretty interesting dude. But I think personally, if Costa beats, especially if Costa beats him, with authority, that those prices are gonna free fall pretty quick.
Dude, but if he beats Costa, dude, can you imagine what it's going to say, dude? Because Costa is a big guy. If he ragdolls Costa, dude, it's going to be like, yo, this guy's a fucking problem.
We haven't seen him in so long, so it'll just be a reminder. Because I think it was, what was the fight? It wasn't because the last
I think Kevin Holland was
Kevin Holland fight didn't really count, but and then Gilbert Burns really showed that he had a chance to be beat. But before that was the Leach fight. I was just like, oh my God, like who's stopping this guy? He's tossing this guy around, talking to the judges, and and I'm just like, talking to Dana. And at that point, that's when I think his cards really went through the roof, because everyone was just like, this guy's like a madman. But I think Gilbert kind of showed, okay, there is a way to stop him. Although I do think it's weird that he didn't try to take Gilbert down more. Maybe he was just scared of
getting armbarred.
Yeah, exactly. But standing with him, he looked, man. I thought Gilbert could win that fight for sure.
Dude, that was a hell of a fight, and it was 3 rounds, dude. That was crazy. Personally, dude, I think the Khamzat prices have already dropped a ton. For example, I pulled the Khamzat second year, so his first auto from 2022 Prism, and at the time it was worth about $1,900, dude. That same card, if you just look on eBay right now, regularly sells for like $150.
I have to talk about that though. I've been having this conversation with so many people, like everyone's comparing prices to 21, 22, and it's like it has nothing to do with the fighters. Every card is down like 80% because those were the height of the the market. So like I think you look at anybody's card, they're going to be down 60, 70%. The problem was Khamzat was just so high back then. In 2021, I think an orange Khamzat rookie, I saw it sold on. It sold on. Guy sold it on Instagram. It was like $9,000, $10,000, and so I mean that's where his prices were.
Dude, that's where Hezbollah was at this year.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I think Khamzat's come down just because we haven't seen him, but also the market's come down. You always got to look at the market too. Really, if you want to look at prices where the market basically corrected itself at the end of 2022, I think that's where prices basically hit the floor. So things from that point on, I think you can kind of like figure out who's up and who's down. But if you're looking at anything from early 2022 or 2021, like it's just going to look like a downward graph, because everything just came way down.
Makes sense. Matthew G's SGC order came in 5 10s, 5 9.5s, and 4 9s.
That's a good one. Though that's the other thing about SGC. I don't really like, and same thing with BGS. I don't really like 9.5s. I just, I'd rather have a 10 or a 9. So with the 9.5s, I feel like they give you less 10s because they can give you that 9.5. So that's another reason why I don't use SGC. I'm just not a huge fan of that grading scale. I just like, 10, 9, give me one or the other.
Fair enough. Do you think Voices of the Octagon autos are a good investment, Joe?
I think so. I mean, Bruce Buffer, I guess
John Anik.
Yeah, I mean,
Laura Senko.
People who are huge UFC fans really, the commentators are a big part of the experience, So I think, they're completely collectible, and if you look at 2009 cards, I mean, Dana White and Joe Rogan are, two of the most expensive cards you can get in that set. And I know they're both, like, especially Joe Rogan has all types of shit outside of the UFC. But, I don't think it has to be a fighter. I do think, Hezbollah is the one that I'm just like, I don't fucking know about that. He's just like, feels like a sideshow more than anything. Like, at least the commentators know fighting. It's like that one I just never got. But I mean, people are still buying them for really high prices. So who knows, man?
Yeah, his SCGC order only took 3 days, so that's pretty nice. Well, hopefully you didn't have to pay too much. Gary Fusi likes the look of tag. I have a lot of cards I'd love to send to PSA, but the process seems kind of daunting. When my video comes out, Austin, I have the first part of it filmed. I have me showing you the cards, me actually cleaning this Thiago Moises card. I put some fingerprints on it, and then I wipe some fingerprints off, and then I show you basically that's what I do with all of them, and then I screen record myself going through the process, adding the card in there, and then sending it off. That's the process, and then when I get it back, I'll slice it open and I'll record myself, and then I'll upload the results. So
once you do it. There was a guy that did it, not for UFC cards, but he did it back in the day when I first got into this, and he made a whole video on how to package it, how to, do everything. And I watched that, and it's a little daunting, but once you do it, it's super simple.
Yeah, hell yeah. So hopefully that'll help Austin when that comes out. I'm just waiting on stuff to get back. But I prefer one touches for my PC. It depends on the card. I put a card in a one touch last night, so my third ever one touch card that I've put in a card. So I was pretty stoked about that. It's got to be cool enough to put in a one touch for me to put in a one touch. Like I see some of the breakers put like any big rookie, it'll be like blue Bo Nickel, like one touch. It's like, come on. Like, can you just put it in the top loader?
I think he might be saying he prefers it to getting cards graded. I think that's what he's saying.
All right, fair enough. Let's see. Who do you each PC? Joe, I'll let you go first, man.
My main PC is people that I've met and photographed. That's kind of why I started doing this. So Cheeto Vera, Jalen Turner, Gilbert Burns. Those are the main ones of those guys. I'm actually going back to I actually photographed a bunch of guys long time ago before I was involved in UFC at all. I used to work for UFC Magazine. And so I also photographed like Rich Franklin, Tito Ortiz, who else was in there? Dan Hardy. So I've been going back and buying old rookie cards of those guys too, because I photographed them. But then some of my favorite fighters are just kind of goats, like Khabib. I've been buying a lot of Amanda Nunes cards, John Jones, and I'm sure I'm forgetting people, but those are the main ones off the top of my head.
It's so easy because I probably like more fighters than what I don't like. So pretty much I collect a ton of fighters, but some of my main ones are obviously, you guys know I'm a huge Sean O'Malley fan. I like Ilya Taporia. Obviously, Izzy's one of my favorites. I'm an Adrian Yanez fan, John Jones. I like Yuri Prochazka.
You're just looking at your mat. That's super easy.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
Yeah, these are like my top ones here. Can't go wrong with that. But there's if I could find my old mat, it had like 40 fighters on my old
Yeah.
mat, and like that was just everyone that I remotely liked. So, but it was just way too many faces on there, so I couldn't get them all. Um, what fighters are you each investing in now that you will be champs or higher valued in the future? Well, I was back in 2018. I was high on Sean O'Malley when no one else was. I was getting Sean O'Malley rookie cards for like $20 at the time, but no one cared, man. So my fighter has already became champion. But if I could look at a next one, I would say Ilya Taporia probably has the next big shot out of something that you can maybe start buying now and get your hands on for the most part. Joe, what about you?
I'm trying to think if he means like young fighters fighting now or like
Yeah.
so. Shavkat. I like Ilya. I actually don't have any Ilya cards. I've been looking to try to find some. He's kind of expensive, and I don't have a lot of money right now. But his select, he has a red select color match card where he's like screaming. It's concourse card. I really want that card. I've been looking for it for a good price that I can get graded. That's one I want. That I feel will be champ. He's one. Shavkat's one. What about this? Trying to think of 2023.
Trying
Bo
to think
Nickel,
of
I have no
yeah,
idea
but
about.
like Bo Nickel is already so expensive. It's like,
Yeah,
I mean, do you really
I
have
like
anything to
Renat.
gain?
I didn't get any Renat cards. I didn't pull anything great, but I like him too. But he's pretty new. Uh, Yeah, that's about it. With the younger guys, for me, it's more like because I'm still opening product. I just try to pull cool cards, and if it's somebody I like and I have a lot of hope for, I'll just hold on to it. All the Shavkat cards I pulled, so I'm just kind of holding on to him, seeing what he can do because he's a monster. He's probably my favorite out of the last couple of years.
Yeah, NFT 3 you might want to take a look at. Tom Aspinall, Jailton Almeida, and Sergey Pavlovich.
Yep.
Heavyweights always something crazy happened there, and those seem to be the next three after John Jans. I like PSA and CGC. Anakin Senko Olevi definitely going up. Buffer already big chase. CGC grades Pokemon magically well. Just graded a Black Lotus Gym Mint 10.
Nice.
Have no clue what that is, but nice, man. Looking forward to it. Thanks. What are your thoughts on tops coming back? Tiago, you will have to rewind, man. Me and Joe probably spent the first 30 minutes of the show talking about that. So feel free to rewind, man. But we spent probably like 30 minutes at the beginning of the show talking about that. Ilya to the moon. He's the man indeed. Hopefully, man. Joe, I'll sell you a Prism rookie card of Ilya. I just upgraded his white sparkle and have a couple extra. Hit me up if interested.
Okay.
So.
For sure, man. I think I have his base rookie card. I'm looking for something numbered. But yeah, with me when I find a card I like, it's usually just one particular card I'm looking for. So his select concourse red is what I'm looking for. So if anybody has that and it's in nice condition, I wouldn't mind buying it. But like I said, I'm kind of holding off on buying a lot of stuff right now. So it's got to be cheap right now because I'm pretty broke.
Yeah, I mean, we never know what's in the future. Joe, I'm trying to stop working sometime soon, dude. I got to figure something out, dude. I cannot do what I am keep doing. I have to, but I'm also trying to move soon, and I currently have a house like actually bought a house in like 2019, and the house market kind of jumped up a ton. So thankfully, I was in the plus there. So hopefully in the next like year or so, I'm able to just kind of sell my house, pay off like all my debt, and just kind of just chill out, figure out where I'm going to go. And I don't know, dude, figure out what I'm going to do next. Maybe I might go to like plumbing school or HVAC school or some shit like that.
I don't know, man. Dallas tops. See if you can get a foot in the door there. Getting a job working in cards.
I really don't want to go to Texas, but like my girlfriend is from there, or basically from Mexico, but she's from Texas. But she wouldn't mind going there. But dude, I was out in Vegas, and I don't mind the Vegas like landscape. It's way different than where I'm from. It's just green here, like everywhere. It's like, okay, I'm kind of done doing this. I wouldn't maybe mind living like 30 20, 30 minutes outside of Las Vegas.
Yeah,
I
I go to
think,
Vegas all the time. I love Las Vegas.
dude, that would be sick as hell.
You get a
Me and
job at the
Joe,
UFC out there.
dude, exactly. You know, I have a logistics background, UFC. Help me out.
I got to wrap this up, Matt. I'm
Man.
I'm gonna get in trouble with the family.
Yeah, man. No problem. We'll hit in here like an hour or so. We basically went through. Let me get through the last few of our comments real quick. One of these days, you should sign your old game, Matt, and hold an auction for your fans. One of these days, Josh, I got you, brother. I still have the gold disco Ilya Octagon side rookie and the grade, dude. Hell yeah, Austin. Once my grading video comes out, I would go ahead and just launch it, brother. Hell yeah. I'm excited to see what you get. You should do a reverse mortgage on that house. Use your profits for hobby box as well, Austin. I'm gonna do the I think it's the home equity line of credit. I'm gonna do that, pay off all my shit, fix my house up, and just sell that hoe. I'm not trying to come back here once I leave here, and I'm for sure not going to be buying UFC hobby boxes with it. Maybe one or two, you know, just a little treat to myself, but you know, not the whole thing. Crazy part of Ilya is only 26. Kamzat is 29, dude. They are still so young indeed. Thank you, gentlemen. Hope your PCs remain champs. I appreciate it. That means we are all caught up, Joe. I appreciate you for getting on here every single month, Joe. You know, we'll be back next month. It's always super fun. I guess let the people know anything you got going on in the next few weeks until we come back here, and then I'll send us off, brother.
Yeah, I probably have a Chronicles video. I will say, everybody, just kind of bear with me. You know, the videos have slowed down a lot, and it's just I got a lot of shit going on. You know, luckily guys like Matt and you know, dudes at Box Alarm and UFC Card Fiend, all those guys, they put out a lot of videos, so you guys got a lot to watch. I'll do mine when I can, but you know, it's just I got a lot of life stuff going on, so I got to deal with that first. But I'm always here, and hit me up anytime through Instagram or whatever you guys want to talk. I'm happy to talk cards always.
Hell yeah. That being said, my name is Matt, and Joe is on that side of your screen, and we are streaming on both of our channels live here. So if you're not following one of us, feel free. The link to the other one is right in the description below. Go ahead and head on over to the other channel, subscribe to the other one, and if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button on your way out of here. We appreciate y'all for stopping by here tonight on this Thursday night. We hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your night. No fights this weekend, but UFC card video will be coming out tomorrow, and it's a banger. Stay tuned for that. We appreciate y'all for stopping by here today, and we'll catch y'all next month. Peace. See y'all later.
Thank you, guys.